Let's get Phil Striebel in here because we got some market action to talk about. He's the chief market strategist of Blue Line Futures. As equities are pulling back here, I literally just said it looks like it could still be up for grabs here today, and it seems like it is, Phil.
Oh, man, quite a bit of volatility. I mean, we were very fortunate. Jerome Powell, he came out and he said he answered the elephant in the room with it's unlikely that the next policy move will be a rate hike. And that's where the euphoria really started to come in. I mean, the labor market is very strong. Inflation is high. We all know that, but it's starting to come down here. And he's confident that it's going to come down over time. So, we saw a lot of the assets out there that are directly impacting inflation really come off quite a bit today. Now you're going to segue into that crude oil market. I mean, big sell off there. So these equities are quite volatile. This was a bit of a relief rally. I don't think that we can hang our hat on that the bull market is rekindled. You really need to see a close over about 5150, 5160, which was right around yesterday's high, in order to get that S&P really getting some short cover and some torque to the upside.
Hey, I can't help but notice that responsibly long shirt, Phil. You're going to have to turn that upside down?
I don't think so, man. I think we're going on.
You're not getting your cuts, though.
I think we're going back on up. So, these markets have been really tough right now. We're not getting any love on Bitcoin. We got to get back over 60,000. It failed right there. That's a spot where, being irresponsibly long seems to be the name of the game with Bitcoin hodlers. But you look at the April 12th to April 15th, there's a gap in the chart right around 68,000. That's really the first major, 60,000 closing above there, but the first major test for Bitcoin bulls back over 68,000, 72,000, it's game on, and that 100,000 is going to come like that.
All right, well, I guess I forgot the I on there, irresponsibly. I guess that all makes sense now. Your framework as a trader's got to adapt if the facts change. If we're not getting those cuts, you and I talked about the role of Bitcoin as kind of being that signal of risk appetite in an environment where we're looking for cuts. If we're not getting the cuts and Bitcoin's breaking down, how far can stocks, get away from that?
Well, 110%. I think it's closely correlated to the NASDAQ. You look at the NASDAQ, we were just skyrocketing. We almost hit 17,800. Now we're back to negative on the day. So, it is just another high beta asset. It gives those players the ability to trade over the weekend, which they like. So it's a lot of your risk takers, your gamblers. But, we need to see we need to see China come back. We need to see, iPhone sales. We need to see industrial demand pick up. We need to see really just China and their economy start to find some footing. And I think that things will start to lift again. Copper had a devastating blow here with some of the miss on some of those industrial figures out of China. And if that could start, gaining some momentum again, you'll see the spillover in platinum, palladium, silver. And then gold looks really good, 2,300. I think that's kind of the bull bear line, rejected a sell-off below 2,300. You got to get a close over 2,364. You get that, 2,400's in the cards, then those all-time. You'll be calling me back on going, Phil, is all-time highs here in the gold market. And I'll be like, yeah, we're going there.
Sounds like you've maybe even got a little bit more confidence in gold than, the chart certainly looks like one of the strongest still. Equities are barely hanging on right now. NASDAQ went red. Gold's still up 1%. Is that really going to be our true kind of stagflation hedge if these numbers keep coming in like they did today?
Back-tested, it is one of the best asset classes to own in stagflation is the gold market. And then if you look historically, once the first interest rate cut happens, that within the first 30 days, gold futures since 1990 has averaged about a 6% rally. So this sell-off here is definitely welcomed for those people that are playing that type of specific situational type move there. So we like gold to the upside. We definitely, we have a line in the sand. I think it's like 2270. You break below there, we're going to continue to break down. There's a 50-day moving average below that, but there's a lot of participants that are waiting to get in, a lot of people that want a dollar cost average. So, I think that the downside on gold is somewhat limited.
Okay. Gold downside limited. Bitcoin stocks generally flowing in the same direction. This was the big event for the week. We do have Apple earnings. To what extent do you think our fate gets decided by the close today? Or can Apple send us on a separate path depending on how that goes?
Yeah, we got to get, the sales have been down in China. Everybody knows that. So some of the statistics that have come out, the S&P, you got to get back about 5,100, 5,120, and then it's 5,150 is that line in the sand. So, unless we get that, I think that it's going to be a tough call. But I mean, everybody's known that Apple has been, their sales have been sliding here. The problem is they make the phones too good now. You don't just drop in a hot tub and it's toast and you got to buy a new one. These things are built to last now. So I just don't think that it's like the turnover. It's like Starbucks. What more can they possibly do? They've got it. They're measuring everything out. They're running at full capacity. They can't squeeze out any more profits or juice out of the berries. So you're going to have these setbacks on these types of stocks.
All right, Phil, I love the conversation with you because you're the only guy who says that you dropped the phone in the hot tub. A very specific situation. Okay, having a good time down there on the beach in Florida. All right, irresponsibly long. Hey, I don't like that, Phil. Responsibly long. I got to change that framework if we don't get above that 5150. You said, right?
I'll get a piece of tape for you. Okay.
All right, 5150. We got our eyes on it. Appreciate it. Thanks, Phil. Good chat. Phil Striebel, Chief Market Strategist, Blue Line Futures. All right, coming up, we got a Schwab team for some big picture thoughts.